Hi, Jim Martin with the Charleston Parks Conservancy, and if you've been really good this year like I have, you're going to expect to get some really wonderful things. And one of those that I want to talk about today, actually two of them, but the first one that we're going to look at is the Amaryllis. And I just love to get things that they keep on giving later. And so the two we're looking at, they're exactly that. So number one is the Amaryllis. And you know, it used to be that I would be scouring the neighborhoods after the Amaryllis, after the holiday season, and the Amaryllis have died down and then they no longer look pretty. What do people do? They put them on the front to be picked up. Well, you don't do that, because this bulb is one that survives here in the south. Now, if you live up north where it gets really cold, don't even bother, because they aren't gonna live, right? These bulbs will live year after year after year when planted in the soil. And so what would you do after the bulb is finished flowering? The first thing you're going to do is go ahead and let it leaf out like it's doing here. Once the foliage turns yellow, it's done doing what it's going to do. Then you can go ahead and cut it off. And actually this time of year, because our weather's still warm enough, you can plant it in the garden. And it's going to want a sunny spot. You will not expect it to flower again this coming year in 2021. But after planting a plant, hopefully in the next few months, what you're going to see is it will send out new growth in the spring. It'll build up its strength, and then the following year it'll flower, usually around May. So the Amaryllis, it's a perfect gift, one of those gifts that keeps on giving. And then the second, one of my other all-time favorites, are the Paperwhites. And you know, everybody gets Paperwhites this time of year, and it's another one that these are very hardy for us. This bulb is one of the first ones to come up in the spring, and it flowers usually sometime in January, early to mid-January, depends on how warm our weather is. I actually like this plant outside even more than I do inside. The aroma, while it's very interesting and great for the holidays, sometimes it could be a little bit strong indoors. So outside in the garden, you know, in January, when it starts to flower, just that smell wafting through the garden at a time when it's still chilly and you're feeling like, oh, I wish the warm weather would come back. This is a perfect one for that. So I actually like it even more when it's planted in the garden. And again, you're going to let the foliage turn yellow, and at that time you can go ahead and plant it in the garden at any time. Always water the plant in, and for the most part, you're not going to have to worry about it. Year after year, it'll come up in that December period, it'll start to emerge, and then the flowering in January. So from all of us at the Charleston Parks Conservancy, from our staff and volunteers, we'd like to wish you a happy holidays, and we'll look forward to seeing you in 2021.